I'm Ashton Gulledge.
I'm Brady Troup.
And you're watching Average Joe Sports Talk.
Everybody yelling, we too deep, we too deep, we too deep. Everybody yelling.
Yoda, drop the beat and go crazy.
Ashton Gulledge, quarterback, Hokes Bluff High School.
Brady Troup, quarterback, Etowah High School.
All right, guys. First of all, it's an honor you guys to come sit in, take time with us after our Trent and Darian video. It's going to be part 2 of that. So we're going to start off like this. Both of you guys, at some point last year, was ranked number 1. Both of you guys were huge reason for the teams being ranked number 1. You both made deep playoff runs last year. From last year, transition into this year, what's some of the things you're going to do personally to take your team to the next level? We'll start with you, Ashton.
It starts in the weight room, all the leadership. We need to fill in the younger kids, make them work harder because it'll make everything easier. You got to get all them to step up for all the kids that we replace. It'll be good.
Personally, I just think our leaders need to step up. You're right. Like Ashton said, it starts in the weight room, and it starts with the younger guys. We lost a lot on defense and offense last year, so we had some shoes to fill, and I believe we did.
Brady, we're going to stay right here with you. So you got a new coach this year, Coach Holiday. Totally different system from what we've heard. It's going to be more wide open. Can you talk about the new system? How have you kind of taken the reins, and what's it going to look like when you do take the field?
I think the system would be. I like the system a lot. It's definitely something different from last year, but this spring and this summer we've worked really hard, and I think it'll be a good fit for us.
Have you picked up the communication yet? You still working the kinks out on that?
Oh yes, communications is
All right.
good.
All right, Ashton. Now this question's for you. You got the dean, the rock of the Etowah County coaches, Coach Rob. He seems like he's been there forever. Tons of success. The field's named after him. Now, what's different going into this year? Last year, you was a first-year starter at quarterback. Going into this year, you got that last season under your belt. You've got to be more confident going into this year. Can you talk about that? Your approach going into this year as opposed to last year's approach?
Last year, I really didn't know how much mental things come into playing quarterback. Always just going instinctual off defense, just racking the ball. As a quarterback, you got to be able to command every play, be like the field general out there. But since I got that year under my belt, it's just a lot more confident. Everything's flowing a lot easier. So,
kind of like a coach on the field.
yeah, you have to be.
Since your surgery you had that basically took you out, well, you did play baseball, but you didn't get to pitch like you wanted to. How's your recovery, and how's that looking for you as far? And when did you start throwing again?
I started throwing a little bit in baseball. Like you said, I didn't pitch or nothing. I just kind of soft toss out there, just try to get it back in my muscle memory and all that. But it's been good. It's been long. I don't like being on the sideline, sitting on the bench.
It's not your style.
But we're just trying to get it 100% right for football and then in life in general.
Oh, that's
'Cause
awesome.
after, you still need your arm.
Yeah, you probably need your arm. Huh? All right, Brady. So I've noticed talking to your dad, actually talking to other coaches in the area, has talked about you've been to several camps. You look like you're in much better shape this year physically. You've been busting your butt this off season. Can you talk about maybe some of the camps and some of the things you've learned at the camps and how that's going to help you going into this season?
Yes, sir. What I've learned at the camps I've been to, and not only that, just from last year, it's not all physical. A lot of stuff playing quarterback's mental. I mean, you have to know what everybody's doing all the time. You have to know just everything in general. So the camps helped me a lot, just like on drops or when to get the ball out on time. Just stuff like that helped me a lot.
All right, Brady, we're going to stay. I want both of you guys to answer this, but we're going to stay right here with you. You're going to answer first on this one. Talk to us what it's like playing in Etowah. You guys both play with arguably the two biggest football cities in this county. I mean, as far as fan bases. Talk to us what it means to play in Etowah in front of all those great fans.
To play in Etowah is unlike any other. I mean, you have fans that come night in and night out to watch you play, and it's honestly an honor to play in Etowah.
Same question for you to Hokes Bluff, what we call the woodshed. Talk to us what it's like to lead the troops out there in Hokes Bluff.
Like, it's a little like what Brady said. It's an honor playing there. I mean, you got these fans that's been cheering on Hokes Bluff since they graduated high school from there. You got every same fans. They travel with us. Some of them travel the bus with us.
Yeah.
So it's amazing playing with them.
I mean, you guys had a ton of people in North Jackson last year. Freezing cold, raining.
2-hour drive.
Yeah,
whatever.
2 hour drive didn't matter. I'm gonna go back to Brady on this one. A lot of people know Coach Troup is an outstanding coach. His dad was a coach, Mitchell Troup. What's it been like growing up in a household? You've had to have a certain standard to meet.
Yes, sir.
Obviously. Can you talk about your dad's influence and how that's helped you become the player you are today?
My dad's influence is huge on me. Since we were little, my dad's always been on me and my sister. And me and my dad and my sister's always had a saying, "The grind prepares the mind." And I think
I like that.
I think that's really what we went off since we were little.
I love that. I like that. I'm probably gonna steal it. Just throwing that out there. No offense, Coach Troup. I gotta borrow that one. Ashton, this question's for you. Throughout the county, you've been known to be a hard-nosed, give it everything you got player. Even in basketball, we watched you. It's full blown. There's no stop. You may not score 4 points, but you affect the game because you're shutting somebody else down. If there's a loose ball, ain't no question. There's getting on the floor. Talk to us about your style of play, and have you always been like that, or is it something you've developed over time?
I've always been like that because defense has been my main thing. I've always loved defense, just the physicality of the game. And so with that, I just carry it to every sport. I mean, if I could hit during baseball, I probably would.
Have you ever charged a mound?
No.
Have you thought about it? right, we're gonna lighten things up right here
Gotta
a
keep
little
it
bit.
classy.
We're gonna do some quick rapid fires, lighten things up. Both of you have to answer. We'll start over here since you're the senior. Ashton, you answer first, then Brady answer. You answer, then Brady. All right. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Jordan.
LeBron or Kobe?
Kobe.
LeBron.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Coke.
Got a little difference here. Movies or music?
Movies.
Music.
Chevy or Ford?
Chevy.
Ford.
Avengers or Justice League?
Never seen them.
Neither one of them?
No.
Basically, Iron Man or Superman.
Superman.
Okay.
Whichever one.
Avengers.
Avengers? All right. Snow day or a day at the beach?
Beach.
Beach.
Beach, okay. Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Oh, this is a tough one right here. Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Tough for y'all.
Sure.
Just throw into it. All right, I like it. All right. All right, so I want both of you guys to answer. Brady, I'm going to let you lead off this time. I want you guys to talk about your running backs. We're going to start with you, Brady. Trent, you guys have been playing ball together, kind of came up together. We interviewed you guys together during basketball season. You can see the chemistry in the interview. You can see it on the court. You obviously can see it on the football field. Talk about Trent Davis a little bit and you guys' relationship.
Me and Trent's, we've been close for a while now. The chemistry is unbelievable. Just me and him in the backfield. It's been like that since middle school. So, I mean, we just always had that chemistry, and off the field, I think we're even closer.
I love it. Same thing, Darian Meads. I mean, man needs no introduction. Has a legit shot about breaking the state rushing record. What's it been like knowing you got this beast behind you? It's kind of when you go play action, you go play action.
Yeah. Whenever I moved into Hokes Bluff in like my B team year, the first time I met Darian, this fast little kid, he didn't know the holes. So we put him at tight end. But the impact he had on the game, we still got him the ball. But ever since then, me and Darian, it's been us two. Middle school, high school, we're better friends off the field than we are on the field because we're so competitive. But with Darian, it's a blessing.
I love it. I want both of you guys to answer this. We're going to start with Ashton on this. Quarterback. I want you to talk about what does it mean to Ashton Gulledge when you think of a good quarterback. Some attributes, what it's like to play that role, and how it's supposed to be played.
As a fan standpoint, everybody sees the quarterback. Oh, he's the leader. He's doing this, doing touchdowns. But if you really know the game, it's all about the little things, the getting people in the right spot, the leadership roles. So if I can just be that at Hokes Bluff, that'll be good for me.
Same question to you, Brady.
Like he said, you have to know everything on the field, from what the receivers do, from how the line's protecting. It's a lot of little things. Just knowing what everybody's doing, that's mainly the main thing, and being a leader. Most of all, being a leader.
You basically have to know, both you guys have to know the other 10 players, where they got to be and what they're supposed to be doing.
Right.
So not just your position, you got to know all of them.
Right.
Great answers on both you guys. Ashton, I'm going to talk to you about something right here. You've been playing defense the whole time. I mean, you don't come off the field, period. So talk about the mindset you have when you're on defense, and it's emotional, it's physical, flying all over the field, and then you got to stop, flip around, and go be calm, cool, and collective, and keep everybody on an even key. Talk about the transition.
I mean, it can be stressful at times, mostly when like I do something bad, my selfish ways. But once I get back to the huddle, I got to realize I got to put people in the right spots. I got to take a deep breath, get all mental about it instead of just being all stressed. Because if we're stressed, the quarterback's going to flow to the other team or our team, and it's just not going to go good.
Love it. Brady, this is a question you've probably been asked 100 times. Tell the camera who your sister is. And then we got a question to follow it up.
Haley Troup.
Okay. Why is Haley Troup so special? You can tell everybody.
She's a girls basketball player at Missouri.
Okay, so here's my question to you, Brady, and this has probably been asked you 100 times. If we shut this interview off and we go to a Tyler Reg.
I'm winning.
All right, we're playing to 24.
She ain't beat me since I was 12.
What's the score today?
I'll say 24-16.
24-16. Interesting. All right. All right, Brady. I got 2 questions for you right here, back-to-back questions. You guys lost a lot on the offense last year, receivers, and lost some linemen as well. Talk about some of the guys that's going to step up in those 2 roles, and some of the names and some of the people that's impressed you so far.
Yes, sir. I'll just go ahead and shout out my whole O-line. Braden Lowry, Dylan Hill, Jessup Gordon, and Wesley Stone. Them guys have been killing it in the off-season, and it's a blessing for them to be blocking with me. I mean, honestly, I've known them since I was little, but yeah, it's awesome.
Love it. Receiver-wise, who stepped up for you? I know you got Ollie Finch.
Ollie Finch, Martavis Davis played some in the slot. Even Trent has played some in the slot. Jamel Fleming has stepped up for us. Davion Robinson. So them guys, we're looking forward to seeing them guys on the field.
All right. Ashton, this question's for you. It's going to be kind of comical, but let's see what you think. We notice you don't smile too often. It's not your forte. You usually look like you're ready to throw hands on somebody. Is that just how your demeanor is, or is it just, I mean, how did that come about? We've always had a running joke about that. It looks like he's ready to fight somebody.
That's just me. I mean, I'm not really a confrontational person. I don't get in any drama or nothing. I
got you.
I show no emotions really.
All right.
Yeah.
I want both of you guys to answer this, and we'll start with Ashton. Who's your biggest influence growing up, and why? Could be a coach, family member, whoever.
I mean, probably my dad. He's always been there. He never really forced me to play anything. He never forced me to do this, that. He's always kind of let me choose. But once we do, we never quit. And he's always showed me the higher standards that I need to hold myself to.
I like it. Same.
I'll definitely have to say my dad. Between everything he does for me, just everything that we do off the field that everybody don't see, just the time that we put in when nobody's looking, it's unbelievable to have somebody like that in my life.
All right, Josh has got a question for you guys.
Well, it's not really a question, it's more of a challenge. Brady, you smile a lot. Actually, you don't smile a lot. You're kind of like me. You look like you just stepped into the octagon. So, for 5 seconds, I want Brady, I want serious face. Ashton, I want you with a big old smile.
That lasted about 2 seconds. All right, that was pretty good. All right, last question. Brady, I'm going to start with you right here, and we're going to close with Ashton. Personal goal for you this season. It could be a yards amount or just something that you've set for yourself, and then an overall team goal.
Sorry. Something personally that I've set myself this season is definitely try not to overthink things. Try not to rush things. That's definitely, being patient is key, and I think that's what I need to do. What
about a team goal for you that you're going to hold everybody accountable to?
Definitely, I mean, everybody's team goal is a state championship, but I feel like that we're the underdogs this year, so I'm going to say a region championship also.
Region championship? Mm-hmm. One step closer to state. Ashton, same thing for you, a personal goal you set for yourself, and then an overall team goal.
My personal goal for myself is to be more consistent, more efficient passer. Last year is my first year really showing in what I have on the field, and mentally it's getting not so frustrated, like Brady said, being patient, just staying cool, calm, and collective. I need to work on that. And then my team goal, just win every game, one game at a time.
I like it. Is it Ashton speaking, or is that Coach Rob? All right, guys, before you go, we're Sparks Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a huge sponsor of the show. We like to give everybody a shirt. If you can hold those up right there, guys.
Sure.
Thank you.
And you guys hold those up for the camera. Ashton Gulledge and Brady Troup, everybody.